like, believe it or not, it's different for all the players. Like, you play all the tournaments all year long, and then when you go into the World Champs, the nerves, are like, it has its own vibe,
Momen's done it. He's done it! Ramy Shaw has come back from the dead to steal this World Championship. Well, the French general has finally done it. Farag's become World Champion.
El Shabini, she is the NASA PSA Women's World Champion.
Is crowned champion of the world. Mohamed El Shabagi's done it. Marwan running out of juice at the end there.
David's done it.
She's done it! Laura Nazaro. Third World Championship title in his own.
I will never forget that week. There was so much going on. It was crazy. Like, I had contradicting feelings. I worked so hard in the summer and I prepared so well because this was my only target for the season. Like, I literally went into the season with the Worlds and like as the only target. And then I didn't care about what happens next, but I just wanted to win the World Champs because I was so close in Chicago. And I felt like it was the right time. So I started the season. I was in great shape. I played in San Francisco. I was playing great squash. I was in good shape. And then I had this, this niggle that was so irritating to the point where it messed up everything for me. The preparation for the Egyptian Open before the Worlds, everything. I couldn't put my foot on the ground. I had it for a very long time, and it happened in San Francisco. So the loss at the Egyptian Open was catastrophic for me. It was just shattering for my self-confidence and for everything that I've worked for. And I had 3 weeks that were the toughest of my career leading up to the World Champs. I took my flight to Doha. I took my team with me, and I had two feelings that were so strong, and they were opposite. I had no confidence whatsoever, zero confidence in myself or in my chances. And on the other hand, I believed that this was it. This was the one that I was going to win. I have no idea. I don't know how to explain it. I knew when I lost in Chicago that this was the one that I was going to win. Because with everything that I've done, I believe in karma, I believe in, I've had so many close missed opportunities, and I was due a big one, and I knew that this was it. So I was playing in Doha, knowing that I cannot miss this chance, it's mine, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be playing. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'll just believe that it's going to happen somehow. So I went on the whole week playing like this, I have no confidence. I'll try to build it match by match, and somehow I'll end up holding this trophy end of the week. I don't know how, but it's gonna happen. So it was funny, but I was under a lot of stress. I have to be honest. I was under a lot of stress. I could not sleep. The match with Abdullah Al-Tamimi in the last 16 was a nightmare. I was 2-1 and 6-2 down. I could see myself boarding the plane, in that fourth game. Boarding the plane back home. But when I got through that one, I just, I just let go and decided to keep pushing and fighting for every point until the very last minute. The following day, Marwan beat Mohamed, and everything, it was going crazy. But it sort of puts some pressure on you as well, because when you see a lot of upsets in a tournament, you feel like now it's your turn. It's going to happen to you. So I'm like, I don't want this to happen to me. I want to stay in there, hang in there tough, and just get the win. On the day I had the interview in Chicago, I was so desperate to win. I remember it. I was so excited, and I was I felt like I might finally achieve my dream in the evening. And when it didn't happen, I was kind of heartbroken. And when I had the 8 months later, I had the same interview going in the morning of the final. I was trying to like get my emotions in check. I didn't want to get too excited about the match. I wanted to calm myself down and as much as possible only think about one thing and that's going into the match, do my game plan right, and try to win the games and eventually win the match. I didn't want to think about the trophy or the prospect of me becoming world champion or me and Raneem becoming the first time couple to win the world champs. They told me about this in the morning and I was like, it's not the time for me to think about those things. I just wanted to think about my match. And I was very proud of myself after that week because I faced a lot of stress, a lot of hard circumstances and lack of sleep, the nerves playing all the time. So to get the win after, and I had to beat some really tough opponents. I had to beat Diego afterwards, and then Rosner, who was playing unbelievably well, and then Paul Cole in the final. It was a dream run for me. I enjoyed it for a while, and then I tried so hard to not be satisfied. Because I knew as soon as I'd win the world champs, I knew that I might, take a step back a little bit, and because it's something that I've really worked for. I worked so hard for it, and I've wanted for so long. And when you achieve something like that, you kind of, cool down a bit. And I didn't want to stay in this phase for a very long time. And I thought I did well by backing up at TUC, and I was very determined to achieve a new goal, which is become the world #1 and try to win as many majors as possible. But when Corona hit, I stayed at home, and then I found out Raneem was pregnant, and then not only that, she retired. So my life on tour became so much different because I went to Manchester and she's no longer playing, and there were so many changes going on, and it was just so hard for me to take. I knew I needed some time. I was sure that this was not the end of it for me. I just needed some time to adapt to all these changes and find my rhythm again. I'm quite happy as well that I've reached a point now where it's behind me. Like now I've had this checked, and I'm not going to fall back on this anymore in my career. I'm not gonna keep living in that dream. I want to move on. I want to make I want to get more titles I want to win more majors and win more world championships. And it's always nice to remember the good stuff that happened, but I have to move on. I have to get it past me, and maybe remember it again when my career is over. But right now I have to forget that I became a world champion and try to win as much as possible and create history for myself. When I retire, I wanna achieve the maximum that I could achieve, and I don't want anything to hold me back. If I fall back on this world championship thing and be satisfied with it, it might kill my chances to get more wins. So I'm trying now to get it behind me, put it behind me, and just move on.